गजाननं भूतगणाधिसेवितं कपित्थजम्बोफलसारभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम् तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्र प्रचोदयात्। आदित्याय सोमाय मंगलाय बुधाय च गुरु शुक्र शनिभ्यश्च राहुवे केतुवे नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति
शांति शांति। Good. So today we were supposed to have another topic, but we changed it in the last minute because there were a lot of inquiries about Pitru. The relevance is that on Monday it starts. On this side of the world, it starts on 20th. People living in other time zones, all you have to do is to find out when the full moon starts, and when the full moon starts, it's on. Okay, for the next 16 days. Anyone can say why 16 days? Why is Pitru Paksha 16 days long?
Because it comprises of all tithis.
Are there 16 tithis?
No.
One by one, if you want to talk, you'll have to raise your hand, wait for your turn, then you can talk. Okay. The rest, you can always be on mute. That will save us a lot of time. Yes. Anyone wants to say? Raise your hands. Yeah. Ashwath.
Yes, sir, including Purnima.
So how many tithis are there? What are the tithis?
No, 14 tithis are there, sir. From Pratama to Chaturdashi.
Yeah, so Pratipat to Chaturdashi. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so on. Tritiya is the third. Fourth is Chaturthi, fifth is Panchami. Chaturdashi is the 14th tithi.
14th day, yes. Sir.
So after that, we have either Amavasya or full moon. So if you Purnima, Paurnami, so finally you have actually 16 possibilities. So any of your Pitrus may have passed in any of these tithis. Since we do not know all of them, we are using this idea that we will worship on every tithi so that it will somehow cater to one Pitru at least. So that is the actual logic. Okay. But there's some special reason for Mahalaya Paksha. These things you can always find from the internet. But of relevance is those who have ninth house afflicted, severely afflicted, they must do this without fail. It doesn't mean others need not do it. It's like saying only the failed students have to study. Everybody has to study. But at least they should study more than the others. Okay, that's how we look at it. So Manoj will share a screen which shows what the ninth house actually means, so that you can get an idea about how Pitru, thanking the Pitrus, remembering the Pitrus will help us a long way. You can also have a little bit of philosophy on this. Those who can connect that way, please raise your hand and be ready. I will come to you. Yeah. Correct. Thank you. So this is taken from our, I think, Bhrigu Sutram, right? So we have, yes, yeah. So you can shift it slightly, or okay, it's okay. The word philosophy, and that's an intuition. Okay, we got it. So all of this is ninth house. Of the 12 houses, in terms of fortune, which will be the biggest one, the greatest one?
Ninth one, sir.
Ninth. Any logic? Astrology logic?
It's the fifth from the fifth, sir.
Okay.
Highest trine,
highest trine, biggest trine. So remember in our classroom, I used to write 9 as big font. and say 9 is superseding everything else. That's the reason why for Karkataka Lagna, even though Jupiter has its 6th house in its Moola Trikona, in spite of that, the Maharshi says it is a Bhagya planet. Why? The 9th house is a big number. Okay, big one. And not only that, Jupiter is a significator of the 9th house. You should remember that. In short, in a general layman's term, can anybody say, what does it actually mean, this 9th house, when you have one good look at this? Sanskrit has a beautiful, way of explaining this house. One word, dharma. Okay. What did Swami Vivekananda do? What is he famous for?
He talked about religion and meditation across the world.
By staying home, by staying in India.
No,
Dharma Prachara.
He used to go everywhere.
He went on long journey. You can read the last line. Long journey, voyage, air travel, higher education, foreign travel. Communication with spirits in this 9th house is only good spirits. Okay, so beware of that. It's not the bad spirits. The good gurus, not the false gurus. Place of worship. So you can go through this. But why Pitru is connected to this? Where is it said? Is it really mentioned here in this? It's not right. At least not mentioned.
Father is there, sir.
Okay. From that, we extended to forefathers. Okay. You can see
The
grandchildren.
9th house is also the 9th
You can
house
see-
is also the 5th from the 5th, sir.
Yeah, 9th house is 5th from the 5th. And 9th from the 9th is 5th house. So they are very much interrelated. That is the logic that if you pray to your Pitrus, your children will be good. Okay. So Manoj, can you show the astrology diary where we have mentioned on what date Pitru? Yeah, this is taken from our astrology diary, Deepa astrology diary. And in this, oh my God, so big. Okay, Mahalaya Paksha starts. Okay, Purnima Tithi. In this, we always give Amavasya 0 Tithi, and 15 as Purnima Tithi. So for each Tithi, there is a special meaning in the language of Pitrus. So all-round prosperity if you worship the Pitrus on full moon. So we have given all that times. But here we have written a special Shraddha time. The highest peak time is 13 hours, 13 minutes to 15:36. I think you'll have to use the local time for this, because it's something to do with sunrise to sunset. Maybe some software will give you the exact way to calculate this. This 13 hours, 13 minutes to 15:36. We are assuming here sunrise is at 6 and sunsets at 6. Sunset happens at 6 p.m. Okay. And you can see, maybe you can take a screenshot of this. Luckily for us, Paurnami starts even before sunrise. So it is the whole day is, you can see on the side, yes. Thank you, Manoj. 15 Purnima, 5:28, it starts. From here on, it is on. You'll have to get into a different lifestyle, do a lot more, considering what your parents would love to do, what your forefathers would love you to do. And so we are so happy to make them happy. Whatever you think you can do, you should do. So usually they say on Amavasya, you should avoid physical union. That's one of the tips given in the Muhurta books. So they have said that wherever possible, how muchever you can, 16 days abstaining from any physical union would be great. Because these are something specifically meant for the ancestors. Whenever you say ancestors, they are actually departed souls. So like this, some of your Pitrus may have passed away on Purnima. It's very difficult to recall all the tithis of the departed souls. So in view of that, we are generally doing it like this. But some of you may be lucky that you noted down when the grandfather passed away, which tithi, the great grandfather when he passed away, and so on. Some of you might be in a family where they noted it down. But if not, don't worry about all that. You can do it to the best of your abilities. Basically, bottom line is you have to express your gratitude. Okay. So like this, next page you see, and then finally, Manoj, you can shift to the last one. When is it?
I had a question, Guruji.
Yes.
What is this 24, 25, 14, 15, 9,
Yeah.
10, 6? This,
In the diary.
yeah, Manoj, if you could just go back, please, to that.
Oh, 24 is the Satabhisha Nakshatra number. In my diary, to make sure we don't make mistakes, we associate everything with the numbers because my staff might make some mistakes. So to stop it. 24 Satabhisha, 25th Nakshatra is Purva Bhadrapada. It gives you a good grip that you are on the right track. You know, for example, Karana, Vishti Karana, the 7th Karana is extremely negative for starting any new venture. So Vishti is there in this Tithi for Purnima. That's the negative part of Purnima itself. Okay, so Purnima starts with the Vishti Karana, but luckily after about 12 hours, the next one, the Bhava comes in. These are all half Tithi. The Karana is half Tithi. Panchang means day, Nakshatra, which is 24, 25. Then Tithi, 14, 15. Shula, Ganda is the Yoga. Then Karana is on the bottommost. 3 Karanas. What is the meaning of the 06 Vanija is it was there from, it's going on, but Vishti Karana starts exactly at Paurnami, full moon, Purnima, 528. So that's how we have done it. Anyway, this page you can take a screenshot and you can have a good look at it, because during this entire period of 16 days, it is recommended that you avoid, okay, these are all, avoid garlic, potatoes. These are not so strict. It all depends on into what family you were born. And use only recommended ones like raw banana, lady's finger, like this. Ghee is very good, it seems. So because most of you know astrology, those of your friends and relatives who have many afflictions on the 9th, especially malefics in the 9th, and then the 9th lord going to bad house, Sashtashtaka dosham, etc. You can Sashtashtaka, sorry, not Sashtashtaka, 6, 8, and 12. You could you can confirm that there is a Pitru dosha.
So out of all the pakshas, why this paksha is so important?
Which one?
This Mahale paksha.
Anyone? Raise your hands if you know. I think it's all based on, okay, anyway. Anyone? Rahul Sharma wants to say something. Or was he raising it for some other reason?
Oh, for a question. When you said malefics in 9th, that I had a question related there.
Okay.
Yeah, like a sun in 9th, is that also counted as a Pitru dosha?
Yeah, it is. But there is a slight difference there, because if you know, the sun is also a Karaka for the 9th house. But if you are talking from that point of view, then sun in the 9th, actually, they say it afflicts the 9th, but not completely, because Bhrigu says they will be worshipper of Surya and Surya the onwards from Surya. Manoj, you can keep that page ready, that sun in the 9th. So there it will be mentioned that sun in the 9th is bad for father. So there I think the sage Bhrigu had used the logic that which is very popularly known as Karko Bhava Nashya. Okay. What is the basis for the 3 preceding generations? Anyone? Generally, the Purohits will ask you, your father's name, I mean, if they're passed away, or grandfather's name and Tithi, and then one more.
Sir, it is mentioned that in the Pitruloka, only the 3 generations are permitted. Once the 4th generation,
they will not be there. Okay.
The first generation Atma gets the rebirth. That is how the rebirth cycle goes on.
Okay. Anything to do with anybody knows the story of Karna? Mahabharata story? Anyone? Yes, please.
Yes.
Let us make it interactive. Only
His previous birth, he was a Rakshasa. And this Narnarayan, when he have 1,000 kavachas, for Narnarayan, when the fight had happened with Narnarayan, for 1,000 years tapas, one kavacha will break. After breaking 999, he surrendered to Lord Bhagavan's son, Surya Bhagavan. He protected him. Next, he taken the Karna birth. In that also, he has a unmarried, that is illegal, something, what you call that. Without marriage, unofficially born to the Kunti.
I think slightly you are going away from the topic. Anybody knows the exact connection? Karna and Pitru Paksha? Harini?
No, sir.
You know that Karna was an excellent person in terms of giving, right? It is famous for that. So I think he was very popular for having, popularly known for giving away everything, gold and jewels and all kinds of things. But
Danveer Karan.
Yeah. I'm hearing my own voice. Okay, you can mute if you're not speaking. But he never donated food, he never offered food to his ancestors. So Pitru Tarpanam is basically offering of food only. The Tarpanam is actually an idea connected to some special type of food. Maybe there is sesame seeds in it and water. They have some other meaning because Saturn rules that. So when Karna went there, he didn't get food, it seems.
Only gold and silver.
Okay, water. So the problem was you can't eat gold and silver. So this is just a way of reminding ourselves. Or I think it's something to do. Okay, anyway, after that, so since he didn't do anything, but being a good soul and he has done so much dharma, they let him come back to the world. And he was asked to do it in the 16 days period. So that is how. But how it all started, very difficult to find. But it was in these 16 days that he came to the world, did the Pitru Tarpanam and went back. So usually you could use his knowledge for those who are not doing regular, Amavasya Tarpanam. Every Amavasya you're supposed to contact your the ancestors. In case you forget, it's almost like saying last chance, at least now. Okay. So then it proves that, okay, if you made a mistake, they can always do it. That's why Karna story is relevant here. But whatever it is still, see, any one of you, your father or mother had passed away, extremely sorry to know about that. But if there is anyone, please raise your hand. I'll ask you one question. Please put on your hands, and only if it is relevant to this, raise your hand. So when I see a raised hand, I'll think that it has happened, right? So I'm seeing Satish. Okay, Satish, you can unmute and talk.
Sir, my question is, if the ninth house is having Lord exalted or the Lord is very powerful, because ninth is the Bhakyasthana, so that can be even the Atma Karaka. So then also you say ninth house is exalted?
Satish, is this your first class?
Yeah, it's my first time.
Okay. Where have you been studying astrology?
I have not, I'm studying, I have seen your videos, Dilip sir's videos many times.
Okay. Please wait, because your question itself is wrong. Anyway, we'll come back to you. Okay. We'll give you time to, properly reword it. Parvati Ramesh,
Yes, sir.
what you raised your hand for answering which one?
You said if any of you all have lost your
Father passed away, something.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you get this feeling? I would have, I missed doing these things to my father. I wish he was around. I could have done this to him. Do you wish like that?
No, sir. He passed away when I was just 16. So in fact, I think he should have done a lot more to me. He should be missing out.
My God. Okay. Varman?
Yes, sir.
So all this, there's a vacuum where I wish I could, kind of leads you to a situation where you are sometimes guilty also. So, so Pitru Tarpanam is a beautiful time, which you can do every Amavasya, or you can even say sorry.
Sir, it is actually, it gives us an opportunity even more, because in my case, when I was speaking to him morning 11:30, he said he'll leave for lunch, and within 1 hour, he died of heart attack.
Oh my God. Very sorry to hear that.
So you just realize how things are very brittle in life when you had wish,
correct.
You had discussed it. If I had known, okay, the time was short, then like what you said, wish we had spent more time, discuss a lot of things. So.
Good.
So
do you know of this logic of blessing even your enemy? Anyone has heard of this? What happens when you bless your enemy? When you wish good for your enemy?
Good will come. So that they don't fight us back, sir.
No, the enemy will disappear. The enmity will disappear.
Yes.
Have you seen this?
Yes, sir.
So sometimes we may have had, situations where we were hostile. We had we were not behaving well with your father in the past life, and that has translated into a Pitru Dosham for the current life. And so you might land up in a situation where the father may go away because you left your father. And so this time the father leaves you and goes. It's a very long story of karma, very difficult to understand also. But for those of you who unfortunately lost your father or mother, very young in age, you will see that the ninth house is severely afflicted. In case you see the ninth house severely afflicted, at least it tallies with astrology, it tallies with karma theory. And that's the reason why the father or mother went away, and not because it was their fault anyway. So it is from your point of view, it is showing up in your chart. So it is up to you to express this gratitude. Now the whole world knows the power of gratitude. You must thank as much as you can all the people. So when somebody gives you a gift, what do?
Thank you.
So that's all. You were given the gift of what? You can't even, measure it. The latest iPhone has come, the latest that has come, this has come. Everything is only a product of by human beings. So which is the most priceless product? The human being. You got this body, you can't even make one drop of it. You can't manufacture. Just imagine from one single cell, you became this complicated thing, where you can create computers, where you can create spaceships. This must be the biggest gift for your soul. And then you don't want to thank. How bad. That's the logic in this. It doesn't matter, if you don't know so much about other things. The more you know, the better it gets, okay? Manoj, I'll send you an image. See if you can share it. This is also taken from my old diary, astrology diary. You have that
Sir,
that photo, that page where that Pitru Tarpanam photo. I think I have it. I'll send it to you. You show it. Yeah, this one. What are you on?
Sir, one question,
yeah,
if
please
I
go
can
on.
ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Sir, I have lost my mother when I was very young, but my father is still there. I have heard the people saying that I should not perform Pitru Tarpanam because my father is still there. I want to do that for my mother because she is no more there now. I lost her when I was young. So just wanted that clarification.
Anyone wants to try answering that?
It doesn't matter. You still need to do it.
Why?
It doesn't matter, right?
It is because like Pitrus are like departed souls. It doesn't matter like either it is father or mother or any other ancestors.
Let me reword it. What was the logic? I think was they were telling because the father is still alive, the father will do the Pitru Tarpanam. So why you have to do it? There is no need. You can take rest until then. That's what they're trying to say. But basically, these are all in terms of Pitru Tarpanam. You know, it's like taking seat. Okay, you get up, I'll sit and do it. Like that. But forget the Tarpanam part. You can always thank all the Pitrus because Pitru means only those who have gone away. They have departed. Living people are not called Pitrus. Okay, so Pitru Tarpanam is only for people who are departed. So there is no question because my father is alive or mother is alive, things like that. I cannot do it. Sometimes I feel this is a bad practice where you forget doing it and finally later on also you will never do it. Whereas if you're doing it all the time, it's great.
Correct.
But if there is so much objection in the family, you can't be the odd man out, just let it go. But try and see how much you can, as much as you can. To at least do Thanksgiving, feeding the hungry, feeding the old age. In old age homes, you can go and do something. Because old age home is a representation of parents who are unfortunate that they are stuck there. Their children must have put them there and escaped. So you can go there and become the son. Maybe that would square up something that you have done in the past life to your parents. So this is your opportunity.
So this is one of the questions. So this is one of the questions I wanted to ask in Clubhouse in the morning. So if for Pitru Tarpana, for non-Hindus, you can ask them to do these remedies, isn't it? Like go to old age home.
Yeah. Because how would it, see, it is only all these systems, these 9th systems are created by your father and your community and your religion. If you're born into a Muslim family, you belong to Islam, then there will be some, basically, I don't know if you know this, in the Bible, the New Testament portion, they trace the generations above Jesus Christ. Have you seen that chapter? Anyone? Any Christian? Generations after generations, they've tracked. So basically, we all owe it to them because it seems genetically there is a memory. We are so much our ancestors only in the physical way, in the genetic system. So in a way, we are actually praying to ourselves also. Okay.
So the best remedy is old age home.
Old age home and feeding people, generally becoming kinder and expressing the gratitude to the whole world. Thank you. We are all here together and we are all live and let live. Let's not fight and kill each other. Those kind of things. Okay. See, can you say what would be the objective of the parents with regard to you? Normally, if it is everything is fine. Majority, what would be the goal of parents?
They take care of us.
To impart knowledge.
Now, first of all, they want the continuation.
Pass on the traditions, lineage, and all.
Generally, simple, basic thing. The whole world knows that.
To raise good and successful children.
No, they want to continue their family, like successfully prosper their family.
Procreate, reproduction. Simple. Just reproduction, plain reproduction. All the animals are helplessly reproducing. God knows for what. Have you seen it? Everywhere. They'll all be joining and creating. What is the need? Who's doing all this? So basically the thing is, if that does not happen, you wouldn't see a pigeon today. You wouldn't see a lion today. It is there because of this union. So there is a eagerness set in by the parents to continue the species itself. There's actually an extension of even that. So there are several logics for this Pitru connection. So if you have one type of body, a typical type, it comes from the past, which is a genetic memory. So Arnold Schwarzenegger's son is almost slowly becoming like that. The Arnold. His frame is going like that, whereas our frame is not like that. So each of the, if you are in the Japan side, you have your eyes in a particular way and you have a face in a particular way. So basically, this is thanking them for what you have got from them. And also setting an example to the next generation. See, I am praying to my Pitrus. They've gone, even then I'm remembering them. So you are teaching them also.
Sir, how much the placement in ninth house, how much basically the child's horoscope will impact fathers, up to what percentage? Because father will have their own stars also, right? It's not like child have a Pitru dosha and father is gone.
No, it'll all work in tandem, Rahul. It will be both. Every time I see some problem in the ninth house, that person will also, suppose the father passes away or mother passes away, they'll have, Dasa Bhukti will tally. It is not like the child caused it to happen. It's not like that. How can the child cause it? Then it will become like murder, right? It will become murder.
Exactly. Yeah.
So the child is not causing it. This child came here knowing that this father won't be alive for a long time. It is like the student will go to a college knowing the course. They will know how many years this course is going to last. They accepted it. It's like saying you signed up for this trip. Then how can you say that I killed my father? Okay. Yeah. You signed up for this journey. So it will tally both ways. I've seen most often when, let's say, fourth lord is in the sixth house and damaged more by malefics, they'll always be fighting the mother. And that the mother's horoscope will show Putra dosha also. So she will be fulfilling her part. This person will be fulfilling the mother problem. Both will be fighting like cat and dog. And you never be able to find out who caused what. So separately, if you standalone type, if you give a reading, you will know this. But I think the topic we are deviating, it's only about Pitru. Right. So please blow this up to the maximum. How do you do that? Okay. This page, this was created by me in which year I don't remember. Sometime 5-10 years back. I put this in my diary. We have color pages in our astrology diary. So I explained the logics of this. And on the side, you can see what the Tithi does. What is the special benefits of each Tithi. Maybe Manoj, later on, whatever I sent you this page, JPEG, you can forward it to all our groups. Okay. We have this. And okay, next page is important, Manoj. Yeah, the next page, which contains the, no, not this. Is that? No, not this one. Did I send only one page? Sorry. Oh, sorry. There's another page. No, on the side of what you showed, there is another picture, right? Didn't I send that? No. This one? I didn't send it, I think. I'll send it to you. All these images are copyright. I got an artist to draw this. Oh, 2 pages. I made the mistake. Okay. This one. See, we got something translated from Sage Agastya. To whatever best of our abilities, we have done this. So we have something called the Pitru Gayatri, then Avahana Mantram, the Pitru Mantra, and the Gayatri Mantra. This is how you do the 4. So Pitru Gayatri is chanted 11 times. So it's just a 2-liner. Om Pitru Ganaya Vitmahe Jagadharine Dhimahi Tanno Pitru Prachodayat, a regular Gayatri style. And you can show it, there only. That if you can slightly expand it. Om Pitru Ganaya Vitmahe Jagadharine Dhimahi Tanno Pitru Prachodayat. Then the other one is Avahana Mantram is Om Agajantume Pitru Imam Grahantu Jalanjalim. Please come home and have the food. And so basically you're inviting them. And you give the regular food, what they like, whatever we feel that if you're a non-vegetarian and they are also non-vegetarians, you can even serve non-vegetarian. Om Aga Jantume Pitru Imam Grahantu Jalanjalim. Depends on which community you belong to. I wholeheartedly invite you into my house to accept my offerings of sesame seeds, water, and food to quench your hunger and thirst. Then you may chant the Pitru Mantra 3 times in succession. Om Sarva Pitru Devaya Namaha Triptyamidam Tilodaham Va Jalanjalim Tasmai Swada Namaha. Like that, you have to say 3 times. And take the black sesame seeds is for the man, and for the woman, it is the white sesame seeds. That definitely points out that ladies should do it. So there's no excuse. Otherwise, Agastya would not have given us the logic of use white sesame seeds for women. Meanwhile, women are taking a break. They're enjoying the rest of the time without doing it. So then after that, you can tell your own way. If father had gone, you are the best father. I came to this world. You gave me an opportunity to be born in this family. Now, whatever I am, I owe it to you. If you have any anger, please forget the anger. Do not carry any anger. It's not worth. Then after that, you can tell it in your own way. Any like generally, how would you thank people? I used to make my own statements for this. But before you began all this, in the beginning, it seems you are supposed to, tell something like this. All ancestors from my father's side, all ancestors from my mother's side, all ancestors from the side of my spouse. So in my spouse should be replaced with. So if you want to get this entire thing, I've done a video, Pitru Paksha part 1, part 2. Okay, in my channel, it is there on YouTube. So all ancestors known and unknown to me, all the Pitrus who may have no descendant, all Pitrus whose descendants may have forgotten them, all friends who have passed away into the spirit world, the souls of all animals, all this, whatever way you want to thank every soul that has come into your life and is no more. Even if you had a pet dog with you, you could, the dog was definitely almost like a human being. And you might have had other pets, so you can do it for everything, not just for human beings alone. It's basically, they were in your life and they mean a lot to you, and then you want to worship them. So this is a special 16 days. Please do not miss it. My video part 1, part 2 will show it in bigger font, all these things. You can always be in touch with us and get these mantras in case you have doubts. But the mantra finally means something. If you can tell that in your own language, whatever, English, Tamil, Malayalam, anything, whatever you know, you can do it also.
Sir, I have a question. When we offer, when we do Pitru Tarpan, the water which is collected in the plate, how to use that water?
You always finally pour it in the garden.
The water and the sesame seeds both?
Garden, where there are plants.
Okay, so water and sesame seeds, both we should...
Yeah. Yes. Usually, usually it is, where there is a water source, it will go away, sea, river, water source, etc. Because sea receives everything. So that's why sea is the best, seaside is the best place to do it. That's what they thought. And we owe our origins to water, maybe. We began in water. Every time we came as human beings, we were always, submerged in liquid. So all that also you can use, but I think you can do it anywhere. And finally, you just put it in the garden. If you have a pot, indoor plants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And if you can make rice, they make that round and put sesame seeds on it and keep it for the crow. You can have three like that. You can keep 3 of them representing the 3 Pitrus, generations of Pitrus. If you are very confused about all this, it's better to request the Purohits who do this, the Pujaris. Can look at what they're doing and learn also. Plus, basically, if you understand, this is all about thanking them, remembering them, everything is fine.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Sir, I have one doubt.
Yeah, please.
So one of the do's and don'ts we hear about, is it true that during Malya Paksham, we are not supposed to move to a new house or do any new ventures?
See, the logic is you are talking about departed people and all that. So your mindset is in that mood, So normally, it's not good. That's what they say. Because you are concentrating more on these things. So there is the element of passing away, which sometimes saddens you. And so during that time, it is better not. See, the question is, there are so many other months and so many other times, so why do it now?
So Guruji, I had a question.
In connection to that, 1 minute, just hold on. All Amavasyas are rejected for any auspicious activity. So Mahalaya Paksha will be one big Amavasya. Think like that. And therefore, that is the reason why this logic has been used. Don't do anything auspicious during this time. Spend it more in the Pitru worship, Rishi worship, Guru worship, thanking. Maybe you can also connect to your Kula Devata, because Kula Devata is an extension of the Pitrus. Because all these Pitrus went to this Kula Devata temple. Yes, Soumya.
Yes, Guruji. So what I wanted to ask was that sometimes, let's say if our ancestors have done something wrong, is it that we take rebirth to pay off that debt, or even like can their mistakes be passed on to us as debt, as karmic debt? Supposing if they have done something wrong, maybe they have stolen someone's property or something, I don't know, 2-3 generations ago. I was wondering, is that also a duty?
Do you feel that in the language of the karma gods and other things, you would be punished for someone else's sin?
No, sir. All
I don't
the
think
souls,
so. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
whatever the karma, sir, we group together the people with similar karma. That is why it feels like we are facing the sins because of ancestors' issues.
Yeah, it is based on the logic. Birds of, what is that?
Birds of a feather flock together.
Yes. Thank you, Bhavani.
Right.
Birds of a feather flock together. One type will join
Birds of the same feather flock together.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Okay, same feather. So, so it will be like we'll match up with them and we'll join that family automatically. So already these parents are in a slum dwelling. So the Atma, which has to go through that experience, will go into this mother, and from there it will again start. So it's not because they did something, this child is like this. They're all playing it together. So it doesn't work like that.
So
Even
it could be possible.
Even there will be some links basically in the same language that when a father commits a crime, the police will even arrest the son, but eventually it won't go beyond a particular point. Okay, unless they find that the son also participated in the crime. Otherwise, the standalone punishment will be given only to the man who did it. They will not connect it to others who are with them, because they know this particular person has done it. Sometimes it is escapism also, or blame game. We want to say, no, I'm great. I'm such a nice soul. I didn't do anything. It is because of my parent. Dosha. They were sinners. That's why I'm going through this. It is an extension of the, it is extension of the blame game. So God is, many people when they go through suffering, they'll say God is not there. I became an atheist because God didn't help me. Have you heard of this? All this is ninth house. So God says, my God, I've given you oxygen. The bill in medical, in a hospital, for just one day oxygen, you will sell your property. But he has given this oxygen for a full lifetime, one full earth with oxygen, and you are still complaining God didn't help you. So you'll be definitely, you'll be very upset when you say God is not helping me. So Pitrus are not helping me. Pitrus are cursing me.
Guruji, I have a question. Guruji, earlier you said during Pitru worship, you have to remember spouse relatives, right? Spouse. So are they karmically connected? So why should they remember spouse side relatives when they are doing Pitru Tarpan?
Because ultimately with your spouse, you're creating another generation, right? So this Vamsa, Vriddhi is happening to that person. So they get connected. See, that shows the ancient people are smart, understanding that the women has an equal share in the child. Do you know in 500 years before Western doctors, what they thought about a child? Anyone? Anyone? When a child is born, how did it begin? How was a child born? According to Western doctors, just 400 years back. So in the head of, in the sperm, in the head, they drew a baby, a miniature baby. So the women has nothing to contribute. It's just a soil. So the seed is put inside the mud, the soil, and from that a plant comes out, it seems. That's how they drew it. So the women has nothing to do. Whereas Pitru Tarpanam should be done by women, and you should connect it to your spouse, proves that your children contain the genetic system of you and your spouse. So you have to pray to both. Did I clarify?
Yes, Guruji.
And moreover, this is all about thanking everybody. Okay. So you should thank your father's, your husband's side family for giving the husband to you in marriage. Because they saw, they must have gone through a lot of work before they handed over their child to you.
Yes, Guruji.
Sir, I have one question related to this Pitru Dosha. They say, I have heard from some other source, whenever there is a Pitru Dosha in a family, some unnatural death will happen in the family, and some quarrel. There will not be peace in family, especially on festival days. So how it is true?
Generally, what will be this as a collective term? You will use the word bad luck. So bad luck is ninth house affliction. That's why we call this house of fortune. How fortunate he is. How unfortunate. This is the twist in the ninth house. If the ninth house lord is well placed, the Karaka for the ninth is well placed, and that is Jupiter and Sun. So generally the person will be more fortunate. So once fortune is there, everything comes together. So you might think actually it's only because of the curse of the Pitrus. It is because of the adharmic activities that has been done. The results are coming, but we unnecessarily blame it on the wrong reason, that it is because of the Pitrus.
So you mean to say the accidental death that happens in a family that may not be related to Pitru always?
Yeah. Because it will be part of the individual. But what I'm saying is there will be some group karma actually, and into that these people will be born. So you'll see a pattern. Like all Harvard students are one type. All IIT students are one type, right?
I see.
So like that it will be, but you do not know who created this. Is it the IIT campus that created this, or the students were ready for it and they came there and became that?
So if the ninth house lord,
it's need. I mean, I understood that it need not be a Pitru dosha should always cause it. There could be another.
See, simple things. So much of philosophy we cannot discuss. So what the astrologers generally do is they'll quickly finish this up by telling it's all because of your Pitrus. It's all because you neglected this or that. They'll even add that God is angry with you. Okay, so they'll say all kinds of things, but it's actually in another way to say that the ninth house system is angry with you for whatever adharmic activities that you have done. But this kind of philosophy people will not understand. So they will say some black magic has been done. So anger of the gods. In a way, a little bit of that can be true when you create a temple and then you leave it uncared for. I'll give you an example. You have, become an adult, and then finally you got married and you produce a child. And now with hard work, you purchased a flat or a house. Then you give it to your child. And right in front of your eyes, that house is neglected by your child. How will you feel?
Feel sad.
You'll say it's okay, or you'll feel very sad.
Sad.
You'll be disappointed, right? That kind of sadness can come, it seems, because you created something and you just left it uncared for. So that we'll say, but sometimes a father can turn bad also. But usually it is such a saddening thing, so you want them to continue what you have done. I've created an empire, you say, and I've created this industry. Now, after me, who will take care? So there'll be great eagerness for the person to, please take care, please continue. Okay. So don't give up.
Sir, what about if the ninth lord is well placed, but there is Pitru dosha in ninth house, will that reduce the effect of Pitru dosha? If the ninth lord is well placed?
Yeah, definitely. When the lord improves, the dosha is not so much. Most of the times, the house will be occupied, let's say, by Rahu or Saturn or Mars. And then the lord of the 6, 8, and lord of the ninth is in 6, 8, and 12, then it will be bad. But you can add more and more by getting into aspects and maybe looking at the Dvadasamsa chart, the D12 chart, like that. But at least 2 levels is enough just to confirm. Maybe 3 bad planets in ninth house, and the lord has gone step back into the 8th house. Extremely harmful. Ninth lord in the 8th. So, the 9th from the 9th is 5th. So if you have a 5th house, let's say Rahu, 9th house, one malefic, then the lord of the 9th, let's say for Simhalagna, the lord of the 9th is Mars, and Mars has gone to 8th. Then it is definitely confirmed. How best to prove this is, in the current life, if the father has kicked out the son, and collect all these horoscopes and see the 9th house, whatever I said just now, everything will be there in the chart. Okay.
Right. So in the Singh Lagna, sir, example that you gave, what if Mars is in 9th and sitting in his Mool Trikona? Right?
Oh, that is different. That's different. That will become 9th lord in the 9th.
9th lord in.
Ninth Lord, see, whenever the Lord sits in its house, the dosham is not there. For that matter, even if Venus sits in 7th house also, the Kargo Bhavanashya is not to be used. So, except for some cases, depending upon if you have the permission from the Rishi, that the Rishi has mentioned it. Like, for example, if Sun is in the 9th. But even then, I feel that Sun in the 9th could be many kinds of Sun in the 9th. But if the 9th Lord is Sun and then it is in the 9th, surely there won't be any Pitru dosha.
Right. Or the Sun is sitting in his friend's sign. Not
it decreases. Definitely, it is not so high. Whereas if it is, let's say, in the arch rival Saturn's house, it is confirmed.
Saturn's, right.
Yeah. So the best way, to learn this is you have to study the highest damage is even before the child is born, the father dies. Just a minute.
Bhavna, what is that Harry Potter analogy? I think that's a good one. But
bottom line, how many other people you can influence in terms of this idea of gratitude and blessing. We bless and we pray for the Pitrus so that they bless us. Let's all be, caring, affectionate, so that our children also care for us and we care for them. All this. How many other people you can influence? Please tell them to do it from 20th, from Monday onwards. So that is the objective of today's session. Though we had some other topic to be discussed, but in the clubhouse today morning we had a casual discussion because somebody sent me a message asking, you have not spoken about Pitru Tarpanam. So I just spoke in the clubhouse. Then I thought I changed my mind and we did this today. So please don't waste this information. How many ever people you can influence? You just if you have horoscopes in your collections of relatives and friends who have 9th house civil afflicted, please tell them. Not that it has to be afflicted for you to do this. Everybody should do it. At least these people should do it without fail. Basically, what they are trying to do is only rectifying their karma. They are not doing anything else. Okay.
Right.
When you say good morning to your teacher, are you helping the teacher?
No, sir.
When you bow down to your teacher, when you fall on the teacher's feet, anything you're giving to the teacher?
I help myself, sir. I help myself there.
That is called a mindset change. I am willing to listen. You tell me, I will listen. 9th house is listening. Listening is the biggest bhagya. No, I won't listen. Disobedience. Autistic children. They will never listen. Don't touch that. Then only they will touch it. And the whole life has to be spent, don't touch continuously. Okay.
And sir, I was reading, if Jupiter aspects Sun sitting in 9th house more than 50%, then also it reduces the Pitru dosha, like up to 60-70% if it aspects.
The best way to prove all this argument is to find out how's their experience with Father and how's their belief in gods and how much they respect the teachers, how much they follow the dharma, and how much they are abstaining from adharma. With all that, you can find your own proof with astrology. Astrology seems to be the best way possible to prove karma theory. Otherwise, karma theory discussions are only abstract. You can only start thinking about this and that. How many of us can really believe there is heaven? How many of you believe there is heaven up? Anyone?
I believe it.
So where is it up like this? Is it?
I don't know exactly, but in Bharatam they said that Pandavas went to heaven and all that. Arjuna went to heaven. So I believe it.
It's okay. We believe in such things. It's good.
Guruji, question. 9th Lord and the 8th, but in the own sign, but it's Saturn. How much does this person have?
9th Lord in the 8th and own sign can only happen for Mithuna Lagna, right?
But no, in Bhava chart it's changing.
Oh, only the okay. Okay. No, 9th Lord and 8th can happen. Oh, maybe yeah, with other lagnas also because of Bhava chart. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taurus ascendant.
Okay, that's really unfortunate because you Taurus ascendant, 9th Lord. Okay, it went backwards to the 8th.
Yeah, but in one sign did not change, and Jupiter is he's the 8th Lord. He's all sitting in the 8th house.
No, Prahlad. When it went into the Bhava 8th, it has lost its advantage. So there you cannot say, okay, it is much better off than not than being in an enemy's house. Okay, but it's very inauspicious to say that the Bhava chart is slipped backwards. So they must be brought up. What is the age of the person?
Very young, less than 2.
So you'll have to give them all guru stuff and teach them about listening and gods and chanting up to the age of 8. You should do it as much as you can.
Sure. Thank you,
Sir,
Guruji. From them.
Sir,
So
how
there is a
about,
question from Kiran.
Kiran?
Yeah, Kiran.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Couple of questions. Thank you. Thanks, Manoj. So, one, this Pitru Paksha, should this be done only people who are not following that, the actual Tithi where they do the actual...
I know. You're saying that
Shraddha.
The regular Shraddha.
Shraddha, yeah.
It's like all these good activities you can do as many times as you want. But if you feel... So this is like saying at least on the 16 days, please do it. Okay. But if you're doing it regularly, I don't think it is so important. Because we know it's not so important.
And other question was, this always happens when sun is in Virgo, right? Kanya. So is this anything to do with the nakshatras there? Because if I remember properly, the equinox, when the sun starts going towards Dakshinayana, this is the time when it passes this equinox. And maybe when you said that this always happens so and so time of the year, I kind of related it to that. So is there any astronomically importance to this, sir? I just wanted to hear.
Yeah, there is because all these cardinal points, this the 23rd September, all these are markers in the sky. Actually, it's correct. So, what would be the first marker in the sky for us? Simple marker in the sky.
You would say this
Amavasya.
Mula.
Amavasya.
Okay. Yeah.
Amavasya is a marker. Full moon is a marker. In a way, half moon is also a marker, right? You can simply, you can keep track of days. So if you take a 28-day cycle, you divide into 14, you get fortnight. You divide that into one more half, you will get a week. So you can keep track of time like that. So there are this, how the whole concept is, this Uttarayana, Dakshinayana point, you draw one line, and opposite you draw another at 90-degree line. Okay, so it will somewhat tally astronomically also. So it comes around, what is equinox? Anybody?
Should I?
It's a period.
Yeah. No, simple one line description for equinox. The word itself tells you what it is.
No, the day where day and night are equal.
Day and night is equal on that day. So it is a very clear marker because without any other method, you simply, if you notice the day length and the night length, you know it is equinox. And it happens only one. I think it slightly varies a little bit this side and that side, but it's a nice pointer. So this September might be related to this Pitrus because of that, but we never know. Maybe they picked it up. Why only now? Okay.
Sir, I have a question.
Sir, I think the other one, if you take the March equinox, what is that called? Spring equinox, I think, right? Spring, vernal.
Solstice, sir.
Vernal.
Solstice.
No, equinox. Summer solstice and winter solstice is
correct. That is summer.
The halfway through. Okay. So the equinox is different. So you see that in Telugu calendar, it will come to that If you go by the lunar calendar, it will come close to the other equinox, which is, I think, March 3rd week and 4th week, like that. After that, our solar year also will start in April. So I think the whole world was following somewhere March, may have been the first month, I think, based on the equinox ideas. If you take September 7, Septa 7, Octa 8, Nava, November, Nano, November as 9, Desa, Deca, December as 10, you go backwards, what would be 1?
March.
Sir. So March must be, right? So these are 4 important points in the zodiac system, the sky. So they would have connected just to make sure we never make a mistake. So September month. So I think all the festivals are lined up based on this, all these axes only.
Sir, we just have 20 minutes left for the next session, sir.
Oh, okay. So we'll stop here. Anybody final, questions?
2 questions related to Paksha. The first question is, I know a person who died. He has his parents and also his son. So should parents also do Pitru Tarpana for the child who passed away?
Yes.
So parents should also do and the child should also do for the father.
Yeah.
Okay. Second question is, for the newborn child which is dead, should we do Pitru Tarpana, Guruji?
Yes.
On birth, the child died on birth. So it is also considered to do.
Yeah.
Parents should do for that.
Yes.
Okay, Guruji.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Please.
I know a girl like who is Leo ascendant, and her 9th house is like severely afflicted with Mars, Sun, and Saturn, sir. Saturn is debilitated there, and Sun is exalted, and Mars is in own house. They are like very closely conjunct. So this girl is like born in a Brahmin family. She already started not wearing like her bindiyan, and she is keep arguing with her mom. But what I'm trying to ask here is like her dad is the one like who is really supporting her for any of the tantrums that this girl is throwing up, and her mom is the one like who is suffering. So I'm so surprised, like her 4th house is okay and 9th house is the one like which is severely afflicted, but her mom is going through the problem and her dad is like absolutely fine with what she is doing.
Sir, I can answer. I want to answer it. Yeah. So again, in my experience, there is something called Desh Kal Patra, and also called, so in the old age, the women were household ladies and the men were basically the working. So it was more of a male dominated society. But in this era, it's equal, right? Both are equal rights. But if the woman is dominating the house, I was reading somewhere, if the woman is dominating the house, then she kind of becomes your father. And then in that scenario, basically, you will see that son's significance has actually been done by the woman or the mother. That is one of the article I read about it. Sir, you might have a view on it. It also depends like who is the breadwinner.
Bhavna Suresh wants to answer.
So she said Leo Lagna, sir?
Leo, yes.
Yes, sir. So the 4th lord is Mars?
Yes.
Mars is exalted.
Correct.
I mean, Mars is own house.
Mars is in the 9th,
house.
She said, right?
Karaka for father is exalted in the house of father. So that is why she has no problem with her father, but the lord of 4th house of mother is in trouble with these malefics.
Okay. Satisfied?
Yes, sir. I think that's my explanation, sir.
No. It is definitely valid argument. In between, I noticed Pushkala here has given some, she has sent a message with a link. Maybe all of you can click that also and keep an eye on what was in that blogspot.com. just wanted to share, she says.
So can we wrap the session?
Yeah, we'll have to go now because we have another session at what time? 9:30?
9:30. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So thank you so much for all of you who have joined here. Please do this gratitude, forgiving, trying to bless and get blessed in return. So 16 days, more crows will be fed in India, more animals and birds and human beings are likely to be fed. Okay, so don't miss this opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir. Namaste.
Thank you, Pushkal Iyer, for sharing that.
Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Guruji.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you. Thank you, Soumya. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.